I want to talk about a few things today, and those are expectations, control, and where we are today. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. I think these three topics will benefit everybody in Onpassive when you kind of have an understanding of what's coming and really how to approach it. And expectations is part of that. It's a really, really important part of that. In other words, what do you expect as Mr. Mufareh does the product launch to the global market? What do you expect is going to happen to you? And I thought I would go over how I manage my expectations, and perhaps it'll help you. As I look at Onpassive and the product launch to the global market, my expectations for Onpassive, the first day, the first week, the first month, absolutely zero. I do not expect anything from Mr. Mufareh or Onpassive. And there are a couple of reasons for that, and I'll go over them. And I don't want you to panic here. If you're an individual, and I'm an individual, and that first day, that first week, that first month, nothing happens, I do believe, in fact, I know, that regardless of what happens, there will be enough there to take care of the preceding months. In other words, you're going to have to go out of pocket once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. So you can put that behind you. You do not have to worry about that. But as I as I look at my expectations, managing my expectations, I keep it super, super, super conservative. Now, remember I said that. Conservative, conservative, conservative. Okay? But as I look at what's going to be happening, Mr. Mufareh, he can control a lot of things. He really can. We all know he's a very, very smart man. But there are a couple things he cannot control. And one of those is the founding member. We have no idea what the attrition rate to the founding member will be. Now, personally, if someone's come in, become a founder, and they don't come in, participate, click the button in the back office and become independent resellers of the IT products, they're insane, absolutely insane. But it's something that we can't gauge. You know, I watch all the webinars and the videos, and we get a pretty good audience on a really, really good webinar. Maybe Ash is on it. Maybe you'll get 10, 15, maybe 20,000 people. India does a little bit better. They're a little bit more engaged. Maybe they have 20 or 30,000 people that look at it. When you share those things with the founding community, maybe 100,000 founders see it. But you have to remember there's 1.3 million founders in Onpassive today. I don't know how many of those founders are engaged and seeing what's happening. If they're seeing what's happening, they're in. But I don't know that. So I don't know what the attrition rate's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be very, very high or if it's going to be very, very low. And that's going to dictate what's going to be happening as we do the product launch to the global market. And I don't know what that number is going to be. I.e., that's why I keep my expectations very, 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 very low. I manage those expectations. And if Onpassive, for whatever reason, comes out and they do zero in my organization, I'm okay with that. I really am. And I know that's going to surprise a lot of you. If I make nothing the first day and I make just enough the first month to take care of the next month's prescription, I'm good with that. And the reason I'm good with that is because the last 4 years has been a prelude to this moment right now. And we're very, very close to Mr. Mufareh launching the product to the worldwide market. That's where we want to be. For me, that is the start of Onpassive. Okay? And once that happens, I know Onpassive, because of what Ash has done, because of what his team has done, there is going to be an explosion online. And as people look and see the products of Onpassive, they're going to flock in. What is that going to do for you and I, even if that first day is nothing? Over time, we're going to be able to build an organization that will bring in residual income and the ability for us to build wealth. Okay? That's what's important. The first day moving forward, that's what's important. Not coming up to that first day and what happens on that first day, but moving forward. And as I look what's going to happen for all of us, I believe in the course of 3 years, and that's the time frame I pick, 3 years to get to that place where we don't worry about finances. And understand that as we come in and Onpassive starts to go to work for each and every one of us, I believe the first day, week, month, those days after that, the day after that, the week after that, the month after that, I believe your income, your financial bottom line will continue to increase for the next day, week, month, year, decades. That's the genius behind Onpassive. When I look at Onpassive, what made me fall in love with Onpassive, it wasn't the tech team, it wasn't the products, it wasn't the locations that Onpassive is around the world. What Mufareh did was give me the ability to look someone in the eye and tell them flat out, and know it's 100% true, you will be successful. You will get to that place over time where you don't worry about finances. For me, that is the genius behind Onpassive. So as we look at the launch of the products, the global launch of the products to the worldwide market, manage your expectations. Now, I know there are people that are going to wake up that have done nothing, and they're going to wake up in a really, really good position. It's just the way it's going to work. And God bless them. I'm happy for them. I really am. I want everybody to get there as quickly as they can. And if you've come in and haven't done anything, you get there very, very quickly. God bless you. I'm happy for you. But there will be individuals that have come into Onpassive. Maybe they've been in a year or 2 years, 3 years. They'll come in. They've worked their tail off. They tried to build an organization and nothing happens. They come into Onpassive like it might happen to me. And that first day, that first month, that first week, that first month, zero, nada, nothing. That's okay. Onpassive is built for all of us to succeed. And because of the way Mufareh has structured it over time, and I use a 3-year period, you're going to do very, very well. And understand, in that 3-year period, again, you're making more money the next day than you did the last day, last week, last month. And that income is residual. Customers will come in, pay for the product, they pay a monthly fee. It is residual. That gives us the ability to build wealth. But it's also building every day, every week, every month. And as we get through that first year, your income has increased. Maybe it's at a point where you don't have to work anymore. I don't know. You're not quite where you want to be, but over the next 2 years, 3 years, I believe everybody, all the founding members of Onpassive, and this is my thought, guys, will be in that position where you don't worry about finances. That's where we all want to be. So, number one, manage your expectations. This is not bad news, guys. This is good news. Moving forward, it's going to be absolutely awesome for all of us, but manage your expectations. As we look at what Onpassive is going to be doing for all of us, I always like to bring in control. Control of your own life, control of your own finances, having the ability to have mobility, to be able to do what you want to do with your life and your family. And if you're in an area that is not conducive to you and your family, you can move. You have that mobility. Having the ability to have that liberty and freedom is a very, very important thing. That's control. And the only way to get this in this world is through financial security. And unlike many people, I'll give you a quick story. The control of Onpassive versus the control of other venues in life. I've known some very wealthy people in my life. I knew individuals that had a net worth of anywhere from $50 to $75 million. Okay, now none of this money was residual, and in a course of a year and a half, those individuals lost every penny they owed. Now, when you come into that kind of wealth, there's a little bit of arrogance that comes over individuals. It happens with everybody. You think you're the bomb. You think you're the answer to the world, and those individuals had that arrogance, and because of that, they thought, because I've done it, nobody can take this away from me. It will never end, and I'm the best of the best. And each one of these individuals, because of that arrogance, didn't do the things they needed to do to secure that wealth and then have a legacy for their family. And all that wealth was just flushed down the toilet. And primarily it was because of the arrogance that they had. They just didn't believe it could happen to them. And I've tasted a little bit that on a very, very smaller scale, being successful and that arrogance coming up. That'll never happen again. I know I'm not the bomb, and I know the universe does not revolve around me. That's a good thing to know. So as we look at Onpassive, what they're going to be doing for us is they're going to be bringing us residual income, income that will come in day after day, week after week, month after month. Why? It's because of the way Ash has set it up. Again, very, very brilliant. The price point of the Onpassive products, again, superior products, lower price point. Because people use these products today, similar products, they need these products, and they're at a very reasonable price with Onpassive. They will come into Onpassive, they'll use these products, they will never leave. And that will be residual income for us. That's where we want to be. And over the course of a year or two or three, when the residual income starts to coming in, now you can plan a road forward to developing the wealth and leaving that legacy to your family. Control is a really, really important thing, and it's what Onpassive is going to do for all of us. And again, this is really what I fell in love with Onpassive. It's this one concept of being able to tell people straight up, face to face, 100% confident that as you come in, you will be successful. Not only will you be successful, but over time, you'll be able to make a path forward to actually develop wealth on life and leave that legacy to your family. Really, really some cool things. So control is something I believe Onpassive is going to give each and every one of us, and then give us the ability to live that lifestyle that we want to live. And then once we get there, once the pockets are full, and I know this is true for 95% of the people in the world, once you get to that place where finances just aren't an issue anymore, people are very, very generous, and they start helping people around them and changing their community, and just changing the world in their own little community, which when you do that with 1.3 million founders, it has a profound statement in the world. It really does help the world. So manage your expectations. Get to that place where you're controlling your financial future, liberty, freedom. And then from there, yeah, life is just going to get very, very good for all the founders of Onpassive. So where are we in Onpassive? And I know a lot of founders have talked about this and kind of given a preview of what Ash has been saying over the last 3 weeks. It's been absolutely terrific, absolutely terrific. We're in a really, really good place. Now, we know that the 23rd of June, as you come in and want to become a founding member, you won't be able to. The founding membership will be cut off the 22nd and the 23rd. If you wanted to become a founder, you cannot become a founder. It doesn't matter if you come in and offer $100,000 or $1 million to become a founding member of Onpassive. You're not going to be able to do it. Now, I know that's going to happen in the future as we launch the products to the worldwide market. I know that's going to happen. People are going to come in and say, "Listen, Ash, I want to be a founder." Why? Because the founding position is really unique and powerful. And they're going to come in and say, "Look, I'll pay $100,000. I'll pay $1 million to become a founding member." And Mr. Mufareh is going to go, "Nope, it's over, guys. You can come in, become an independent reseller, but there will never be another founder in Onpassive." That happens the 23rd of June. Okay? What happens after that? 23rd, the 24th, 25th, 6th, 7th. What happens? I believe when the founding position is shut down, Ash Mufareh has a schedule forward to do the product launch to the world, okay, to the global market. And it's not going to be a long time. Why? Ash Mufareh, again, a very, very smart gentleman. He knows what he's doing, and we're glad he's at the helm. But he also knows that you can't take 1.3 million founders and leave them idle, where the only thing they can do is talk to one another. I mean, that works for a little while. And we love talking to one another. Believe me, I listen to the webinars. Yeah, founders love to talk to one another. But Ash knows that he can't leave us idle for a long period of time. He can't leave us idle for 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Can't happen. Not only can it happen, it won't happen. So Ash has a plan forward. I think the data center was a big part of that. It's pretty much done now. I'd love to talk about that. That's extraordinary what it does not only to Onpassive but the founding members. But that's done. So everything that needs to be done is in the process of finishing up right now. And I believe once the founding position is done, there won't be that much time before Ash Mufareh does the global launch to the worldwide market. That's a big deal. From that point, we will all come in, we'll pay the subscription fee or buy one of the packages Ash has. I'm not sure which it's going to be yet. Go in the back office, click a button, become independent resellers, the IT product, and then the apples start to flow. I believe that's the process that's going to happen. Now, I don't know the time frame on it, but just Ash said this the other day on a meeting. He went over all this stuff. And he said, guys, this is not rocket science. Just figure out what's going on. And if you understand what's going on Onpassive, you're very, very excited about where we are, where we're going, and where you're at in Onpassive. So I just wanted to discuss those three things: expectations, control, and where we are in Onpassive. Guys, we're in a terrific area, and the things that are going to be happening in the near future, they're going to blow you away. And understand everything that I've talked about today. Okay, understand this. Conservative, conservative, conservative. I know there are some gray hairs out there. And when you start thinking about 3 years, it's an eternity. I understand that. But remember, what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, very, very conservative. But for my expectations and managing my expectations, I stay very, very conservative. I don't expect anything from Mr. Mufareh. I don't expect anything from Onpassive that first day. I don't expect anything from the leaders of Onpassive. But I know over time, Onpassive is going to do things for my life that I never thought could happen, and will get me to that place of financial independence. All of us, really all of us. So that's it for today, guys. Hopefully this helped. It really is a positive message. If you didn't get that the first time, watch the video again. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go on down below, subscribe. As Ash comes out and gives us more information, I'll put more videos up there, as will other founders. And you'll get all the skinny on what's happening with Onpassive. Very, very, very powerful stuff. Click the bell on the right and you'll get notifications as we do those videos. And from there, get ready. We're going to see you all at the top. Take care. Have a great week. Bye.